we joined this program already in progress, or whatever they used to say on TV, and Sam's going to explain what's happened so far and what we're doing and why.
Making a mess.
Okay, so we're making a mess.
PTO sizes. Little 1,000 PTO, big 1,000 PTO. New baler has big 1,000 PTO shaft. Old baler had big, but I switched its yoke to little. So I'll probably put the big one back on, and we're gonna switch the blue tractor to a big 1,000, so we don't have to change the yoke on the new baler. And it clearly looks like that would be more solid and stable.
Yes. So
this whole thing was in the back of the blue tractor. Unbolted it, used 2 little bolts to pull the whole mess out. 2 bolts in the top to keep the gear from falling and thrust washers from falling off.
That's important.
Yeah, they say that's very important. Now we're gonna see if my little bitty pliers are good enough to get snap ring off. Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, so we're making it so the tractor end has one.
That's correct.
Okay, I figured it out.
Oh, I'll let you go. That's off the red baler. And of which...
Oh, the 4x4 baler. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So that doesn't do us any good because the tractor doesn't have...
Still doesn't fit this.
Still doesn't fit this. Okay. But we could put this back on the red...
We will if we need to use the red baler because the green one doesn't work.
Which we will just make the green one work.
Well, that's going to be the goal. But...
We're taking it back to auction.
There you go.
Which...
Maybe they'll fix it.
We saw a Freightliner that was at an auction that looked like it was a really potentially good deal, but then did some other searching somewhere else and found that it had been sold at a different auction just 2 months before. So thank goodness Sam's good at Googling and finding information about things, because we could have accidentally bought a...
Well, it might still have been good. They just changed what they were doing, but you don't know.
You don't know. It's just suspicious that something was at an auction and then 2 months later it's back at an auction. I find it suspicious. Then there's the part where I don't really know about any of it, but...
Me either, Randy.
Sorry.
I'm gonna go get a screwdriver.
I will get out of the way by being more in the way.
If you have good snap ring pliers, you don't have to do silly crap like this.
I am surprised that in all the tools that we got out of our tool auction...
I've not looked in there, but I don't think there were snap ring pliers.
Oh, okay.
I've permanently fixed those.
Yeah.
Fixed.
Quote unquote. Air quotes.
Ooh, he opens way better. Further. Better, further.
Well, how... I guess I don't understand snap rings completely. So those pliers spread it apart, but it can't... Oh, scary. It can't hold them apart while you try to take it off.
I think they make ones that are specifically for this kind of ring.
Oh.
I'm just using what I can to get by.
So you're opening them far enough to give it a little bit of room to slide over that whatever thing that it's on?
To get out of the groove.
Out of the groove, okay. And then they'll hold themselves as far open as they need to, just because...
Who holds what?
The snap ring will hold itself open.
Because it's on top of the thing now.
Yeah. Okay.
It's out of the groove now.
Got it.
Burger.
Oh, and the other part that we didn't film, we pressed that out of this, and I got to operate the press which just means I got to move the handle up and down until it came out, but it came out very smoothly and easily. And it's all because I was the one operating the press.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You piece of
Gosh.
junk.
I don't know why that's so scary. Can I pry behind it on this side?
Please do.
Okay.
Okay, so don't just shove because we don't want to warp the crap out of a giant snap ring.
Okay.
And I dropped my side.
Do I need to put my side back so that it can grab your side?
Mm-mm-mm. If somebody can figure out how to use the tool.
Well, it's not going to be me, so.
It's funny what ends up being the hard part of a...
Mm-hmm. That's what I was just thinking, that I would not have thought that this would be the thing that would take the longest.
Well, back to the whole... Pretty sure there's an actual tool for this.
Mm.
I shouldn't have done that. Kind of wanted to spin and look, but evidently I didn't need to. So keep working down.
Can I not scratch anything or hurt anything? Or
Nah, it's all pretty hard. You little. That was quick.
we need another screwdriver.
Another person.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna quit filming and use my other hand
What?
with a screwdriver. Hold on.
That loose. I wonder if it's been spinning on there and we're in a groove. Inside's spinning. Not supposed to do that.
We got the ring off though. So we are going to carefully press, hopefully, the bearing out without sliding off or hurting anything.
No.
Sam's gonna operate the handle this time.
Do we tell it not to contract anymore? Contract. I don't know how. Already messed that up. Oh, that sucks.
What happened?
The outer race is in line with the inner one. Gonna be rinsing this bearing afterwards.
Do you want me to hold it?
If you want, that would be handy, but I need to be able to get where I need to get to. It's gone a little ways. I wish I had a useful bearing separator.
It's just not gonna fall off, is it? Like if I put my hand underneath, would that be?
It shouldn't. I don't know. That's going nice now.
You just gotta get it started. Hold on, I'll put my hand underneath. Okay.
I would grab higher.
Here?
Yeah, and
Okay.
grab fairly hard.
Okay.
So that your hands muscles are flexed when it, if it hits.
Okay. That's a pretty green whatever that is.
Mm-hmm. Let go, please.
Sorry, I wasn't watching.
Yeah, I guess. It just fell a whole bunch. I thought it was loose.
Oh.
Hoover?
Like a vacuum?
Yeah.
That's funny.
I wonder, there's no reason to clean it before we put it on there because we'll potentially get it dirty still again.
Yeah.
Still again. OCD a little bit. I kind of want to put it on the same direction and stuff.
That makes sense.
Leave the Hoover out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this one's so cold.
Yeah, I put it in the freezer.
Did you really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, you're amazing.
Well, it'd have been better if I'd been able to just leave it in there versus take it out to look at that snap ring to make sure we knew what we were doing.
That's funny because I thought you'd walk down to the milk barn, but I couldn't figure out what you would have been doing in there. Getting your parts out of the freezer.
Don't know what else you'd do down there. Guess I have to try that again. This is where I'd rather press it, but I don't like putting pressure on the outside. What could we put in there? Something thinnish. Little strips of something.
We were going to the press.
Oh. Nice. Has some sort of dent in it. Probably one of those don't be dumb. Like Sam would do these. I do this. That's most everything we do though. Can you, big one, close the valve, make sure the valve's closed, and then...
There it goes, finally. Okay.
Very slow, please. Not that slow. Is it getting hard?
Mm-hmm. I'm still going, right?
Yeah. Back down.
Are we okay still?
Mm-hmm. I just have to...
Keep going?
A little bit, yeah. Stop.
Okay.
Oh, okay, a little bit more.
Okay.
It went, right?
Mm-hmm. We're still okay, right?
Yeah. Come up for just a minute. That's good.
Look at me.
Switch it to the little one.
Okay.
And if it gets real hard, tell me, please.
Okay.
What's the gauge say?
Just around 10?
Really?
Yeah? Is that a lot?
Yeah, about 10 tons.
Oh, good Lord.
Boy.
You want me to keep going or stop?
I mean, it's... As long as it keeps going.
Keep going then?
Yeah.
It's starting to get a little hard, but it's still moving pretty well. We're about 15.
Yeah.
You want me to stop?
Oh, yes, please.
Back
loosen
off?
it? Yeah.
Sorry, that fell out.
We're trying to make the shaft shorter.
Uh-oh. Okay,
And the reason to do that.
so we're gonna put you on hold and then we'll come back after we've got this part done.
Dragging across that.
Yeah.
That's where the actual pliers.
Mm-hmm. So we got the bearing down to where we think it's supposed to be, roughly. And now we're gonna try to put the snap ring back on.
Nope.
But I think we're gonna need all our hands, so I might not be able to film until after.
And it's not far enough down, but
Oh, it's not?
no.
Okay, so we're gonna press it some more, and then we'll try the snap ring thing. So we tried to press some more. We're like a 30-second away from where we need to be. So now we're trying to file the snap ring a little bit. But Sam's thinking he might need to hit it with a grinder, which I don't know how you do that.
Very carefully.
We're good at that here. You know how it turns out? Slightly safe. Safety glove. Okay, after lots of grinding and filing and rinse and repeat, it is in place where it belongs. Okay, so Sam said he took a picture of the bearing shaft thing piece going in, and explain the roller bearing what thing stuff.
What you talking about?
I don't know. That's why I want you to explain it. That there's roller bearings behind needle bearing.
Needle bearing at the very end of the shaft that it has to go through a gear with a really tight tolerance neck and then like a slip. What do you call that? Not toothed, but anyway, tight shaft against a gear and then gear part, and then at the very back is needle bearings that all have to line up perfectly. So 3 different pieces have to line up, and these little screws were...
Those are bolts.
Also known as bolts, yes.
I know that thing.
We're holding it a little bit out of shape, and this whole process has been very slow and painful.
And those bolts are the important thing that's holding something.
The PTO gear has a thrust bearing on the back that, if it pulls away, can fall off and drop in the bottom of the tranny, and you're very mad at yourself then.
And taking apart the whole tractor.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've got it through the gear, which was difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know if it's into the needle bearing or not.
It has to be at this point.
Oh,
I've only got 1/2 inch, and it's an 1-inch long needle bearing.
So you're using longer bolts on that outside plate to help
drive the outer shell of the roller bearing, the big bearing, into the case of the tractor.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then once it's all where it goes, you'll put some goo on it.
Once I get to where that wants to start seating.
Okay.
Because I don't want to try to pull that back apart, but...
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you'll just put the regular bolts in it and it'll all be fixed and ready to go?
In theory.
So how will you know if it works? Do you have to hook the baler up to it? And
I mean, that is the end goal, but start the tractor, no noise, turn the PTO on and off, and no screaminess.
Oh, okay. So if that turns and it sounds the way it's supposed to, then it theoretically is fine. Okay.
Theoretically.
It doesn't have to be.
We don't know. So a guy on the Facebook, this Blue Tractor group, talked about running his baler all year, and we're changing the fluid in the tranny, and a little thrust bearing fell out, and was saying $5,000 later, the New Holland shop took the whole back end apart, and it was that one that was missing. So here's to hoping it didn't do that.
Yeah.
But it looked like it was on a nipple-y thing that shouldn't just fall off.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Well, I know less than you, so.
All we know is pictures and parts books.
Yeah.
People say they do this in an hour. I'm guessing it's with nice worn shafts, not brand new ones going in old worn stuff. Did I show you the mark on this one? See the heat? Yeah. So it legitimately, remember how you could wiggle it on there? Yeah, it was spinning. Not cool.
Well, you're getting replaced, so it'll be fine now. We're just gonna keep I keep saying we. I'm standing here, I'm part of this process. Sam's gonna keep doing this until it gets closer, and then I'll show you something else that we do. He does. Okay, everything's in. This little shield is on. I think this is the part where we start it and see if it works right. Hope for no weird sounds or catastrophic failures of any kind. Hope the tractor starts. process to hook up a baler is.
Me either, Brittany.
Yes, you do.
Think you'd want a grease zerk in there. Shows what I know. Oh, I wonder if I should try to. I don't remember if you're supposed to match the phase. Yeah, there's no in and out play on it. That's less than awesome. But I don't know how you get around it. U-joints, I think, are okay. That's so weird. Never seen a tubey thing that doesn't have grease zerks on it.
No.
You might get mad that it has no hydraulics, but it'll learn to live with it. Okay. And I might let it down on its pitch so it's not rocking on the jack.
Oh, okay.
Probably the easy way, right?
Probably. Would make sense.
Just watch the tires and see how squished they get.
Ooh, squishy. You know what it honestly sounds like is some of those rides at the fair. No, but you know what I mean, like the spinny aroundy roller coastery things. It sounds like the metal and the mechanisms that make like the tilt-a-whirl. You don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Well, anyway, the baler seems to be working the way it's supposed to, right? Well, yeah, until we try to put hay through it and make a bale, right? Yeah, so I'm going to consider that PTO shaft swap a potential win for now. So thanks for watching.